Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh. Shalak. Rayam. What? Ainash. What? Haragi. What? Mishpani. What? Gador. Mawat. Ow. Kor. Adawani. What? Gawaya. What? Ayab Yanawa. Baba Kashab. Baba Kashab. Shalak. Ash. Ba. Shem. Bayab. Baba Kashab. Shabar. What? Abad. Ayab Yanawa. Baba Kashab. Shabar. Ha. Lakai. Shur. Ha. Ayab Yah. Baba Kashab. Sar. Ma. Gayal. Ba. La. Masapai. The water.
All right, Shalom, Israel, Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Mashiach Malak Yoshai. That is to say, Yahweh, being named Heavenly Father, who the world will call God, and Yahweh Shai, being named His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. This is Brother Kesadi from W5 Jersey, Philly.
Brother Tazamak.
Khan, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. It's been a long minute, but we're back Wednesday night at 10 p.m. A Watchmen Wednesday. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, understanding that there's a lot of things going on in the earth right now, right? A lot of uproars of the people, a lot of war really kicking off, and missiles being dropped and bodies being splintered into pieces, as well as the dollar pretty much about to collapse, right? In an all-time high of the gold prices, going up. We thought it was meat through the spirit to let Israel know that now it's time to buy gold, right? Now it's time to buy gold, and you don't want to miss out on it, right? So let's kick it over Revelation, right? Chapter 3, right? So again, now it's time to buy this gold. Right now, if you see the title, the thumbnail of the video, we showed you again the gold prices, the U.S. gold prices, or it's like not the U.S. gold prices, but the prices of the ounces of gold is going up to its all-time high. It's hit over the $2,687 mark, right? But are we physically talking about actual gold? Should we actually be worrying about the gold of this world, right? Should we actually be talking about gold and silver and trying to get rich in this society? Hell no. If you clicked on this video and you thought this was your chance to see if Hebrew Israelites are going to tell you to go out there and stockpile and put it all in this society, that wasn't this video. That damn sure was not this video, right? But let's kick this off in Revelation chapter 3, right? Revelation chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 17, right? And I'm gonna get a couple king and you got right in there, but it's Revelation chapter 3 and verse 17. So again, seeing the things, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to go into the things that's happening in the earth. We may not spend too much time tonight on war in the Middle East. Most High willing, we're going to have a separate video for that. But again, earlier today, the gold prices is going up to the roof, right? So as the world is about to invest and continue to further invest in the society, you need to divest. You need to get out of this society. You need to be invested in Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. You need to invest in His word, which is the true gold of the earth, right? So this is Revelation chapter 3 and verse number 17. And it reads, because thou sayest, I am rich and increase with goods and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked. And you got the world, they don't understand that. You can go ahead and invest in the latest cryptocurrency. You can invest in your stock market and you looking at these stock prices reaching the damn ceiling, and you invested in that. And you can do that, but guess what? At the end of the day, you still poor. You still naked. Hey, being in this truth, we're naked and poor. We understand that we want to continually be clothed by the words of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. A lot of times, brothers, they may be letting the cares of this world get them. Maybe you got a woman, maybe you got a family, so on and so forth. And those things, the cares of this world, it may grab a hold of you. But brother, fight out of that, because Yahweh Shai says so. Let's read on. It says, I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire. So hold on now. a lot, certain brothers, they may say, well, certain scriptures are just wise counsel. Well, look, the Lord said, I'm giving you this counsel. Now, if you don't accept the counsel of Yahweh Shai, then what's going to happen? You're going to be destroyed. So when Yahweh Shai is saying, I counsel you, he's not really saying like, here, I'm giving you advice. I'm giving you wise advice. You could do this. You could do this not. No, the Lord is telling you, if you don't do this, it's going to be repercussions for that. So when he's saying, I counsel you, he's really saying, I command. Because really to give wise counsel is a command of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So let's read this again. It says, I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see. So we're going to break this down. Again, Yahweh Shai told us to buy of him this gold that's tried in the fire. What is he talking about? Right? We're going to get a couple on this. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 8. So Yahweh Shai is telling us to get this gold. Well, what is he talking about? This Proverbs chapter 8 in verse number 10. It says, receive my instruction. So the instruction that Solomon is speaking about, the instruction that the Most High is speaking about, is the words of this Bible. That's the gold that's tried in the fire that Yahweh Shai is talking about. It says, receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. So you got a lot of things that men, they damn lose sleep over. They chase after the damn bag, waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, running to it. You understand? Waking up at 6 o'clock, running to it. And the Lord is telling us, and we got to be that same way, but to the words of the Most High. We got to go and buy this wisdom and buy it while we still can. You understand? The Lord has given us the ability to buy the truth and to sell it not. So stockpile, take the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and don't just sit on it, but also disperse it abroad to Israel. So let's read that again. It's Proverbs, so like in Proverbs chapter 8 and verse number 10. It says, receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. Right. So I want to get another precept, and I'm gonna pass it. Right. Let's go to Psalm chapter 119. Psalm chapter 119, and I want to get, I believe I want 127. Right. Psalm chapter 119 and verse 127. And it reads, therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yea, above fine gold. Therefore I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right, and I hate every false way. So you got to esteem the words of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai above fine gold in this society. Again, when a US dollar collapses, when the gold prices is soaring, when damn BRICS currency is going through the roof, that's the signs of the end of the world. Right? And Lord willing, we're going to touch on that. But you got to understand that that's not the true gold you need to be searching after. Yeah, we titled the video, Buy Gold Now. We're talking about the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And we also said you don't want to miss out, because if you miss out on these words, then you're never going to receive everlasting life. But you got it, King.
Calm. That's mighty. And like the brother said, and like how we titled the video, it's time to buy gold. And like the brother was explaining, that gold is not physical. Let's get a quick precept. And we love to touch on it. We love to go into it. And whenever we do one of these videos, we have to really harp on it at the end. The brother, he just noted it. Hey, when you see the dollar collapsing, when you see these when you see these things come out, how the economy's going down, how the stock market is crashing, how the dollar bill's depreciating. Hey, we understand we're at the end and we rejoice. Let's get a quick precept. Start it off. It's like Ezra chapter 9, and I'm gonna start with verse 5. I'll start at 4. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And the Most High spoke of these things, man. He spoke of America going into economic collapse, man. With all things coming to a halt, all work ceasing, man. All the things that America holds itself to a standard, their economy. the work. Hey, it's all coming to an end, man. The Lord spoke of these things, man. We can read about it in Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. We can read about it all throughout the book of Ezra, Second Ezra, the 16th chapter, the 15th chapter. And we read these things and we understand America is at its end, man. America is coming to a halt and they're going to go to an economic collapse. And that's what we're touching on. Let's keep reading. Verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So we're at the end of this thing, man. We're at the end of America's economy, man. We're at the end of the dollar bill. And right now, when you look at certain what they call them, doomsday preppers, man. There was a Netflix documentary a couple years back. It was before the truth, I believe, and I was watching it on doomsday preppers, man. And one of the things that they always said is to take all your money and go buy gold, man. Take all the dollar bills and exchange it for gold, because they're saying in that day, all you'll be able to buy things with is gold. And you got to exchange everything with gold and silver. And we're not telling you to go take all your money and go buy damn gold, man. Like the brother said, this is not the video for that, man. So all you that were rubbing your hands saying, well, man, let's talk about this money, man. It's gold. Hey, this is not the video for that, man. We're going to talk about the true gold and the gold from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that you have to get, man. Because now is not the time to be investing in damn worldly gold, man. Let's get a quick precept. In Job, the 31st chapter, man. And man, the gold of this society, it can't save you, man. And if you put that over the gold of the Most High, man, hey, the Lord, he's going to get up with you, man. That's a sin. I'm going to read it. Job, the 31st chapter, I'm going to start at verse 24. If I had made gold my hope, or have said to the fine gold, thou art my confidence. If I rejoice because my wealth was great, and because mine hand had gotten much. So if a man takes his gold, his money, the things that are wealthy to him, and rejoice in them and make them his hope, the Lord's going to tell you what that is to that man. Let's keep reading. If I beheld the sun when it shined, or the moon walking in brightness, and my heart have been secretly enticed, or my mouth have kissed my hand, here's the point. This also were an iniquity to be punished by the judge, for I should have denied the God as above. So when you make those things your hope, man, hey, you're worthy to be punished, man, by the judge. And we know what that means, man. We're talking about the angels, man, getting destroyed in damn Jacob's trouble, man, because you made gold your hope, man. We're not telling you to make gold your hope. We're not telling you to make your money your hope. You know, you got $20,000 stuffed in a damn mattress and to go flip that for some gold, man. We're not telling you that, man. We're telling you now's the time to invest in the Most High, man. Now's the time to invest in this truth. Hey, if you already haven't started doing that, man, what have you been doing? If you haven't started doing that by now, hey, do so right now, man. You know, drop everything you're doing and do so right now. You know, it's time to do it. Let's get another precept in Sirach, the 51st chapter. Now's the time to chase after wisdom, because that's your true goal. You know, let's get it. Sirach 51. I'm gonna start at verse 13. It says, when I was yet young, or ever I went abroad, I desire wisdom openly in my prayer. I pray for her before the temple and will seek her out even to the end. And like the brother stated, man, you got a lot of men, they chase after money. No, all they want to do is hustle. All they want to do is chase a bag and just chase after damn things that don't really matter. Vanity. Hey, the Lord said we got to chase after this wisdom, man. We got to chase after this truth and desire her openly from the days of our youth. That's how we got to be in this truth. Keep reading. Verse 16. I'm going to start at verse 18. For I purpose to do after, and earnestly I follow that which is good, so shall I not be confounded. And when you follow after gold, when you follow after carnal things, getting riches in society, like we brought before, exchanging your dollar bills for gold because you see that the economy is going to collapse. Oh, I gotta get the gold. The dollar bill's collapsing, man. Hey, when you chase after that, man, you're gonna be confounded because those things are not going to deliver you in the day of destruction, man. You're going to be confounded when you spend all this time learning how to flip damn money into gold when you should have been learning how to flip this wisdom and get the real gold in the Most High, man. It's going to tell you that. Let's jump down a little bit. I'm going to start with verse 23. It says, draw near unto me, ye unlearned, and dwell in the house of learning. Wherefore are ye slow? And what say ye of these things? Seeing your souls are very thirsty. I opened my mouth and said, buy her for yourselves without money. And the most amazing part about this truth is that you don't have to use money to get it, man. You don't gotta take all these dollar bills and throw it to the Lord and say, here, I need your gold, man. And he says, well, hold up. He counts your dollar bills, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's only eight $100 bills. He gives you this little amount of gold, man. Hey, no, with the Lord, it's free, man. All you gotta do is come with an open heart and an open mind and a humble soul, and the Most High, He'll give you His gold, man. He'll give it to you, man. He'll give you this gold. Let's keep reading. Verse 26. Put your neck under the yoke, that humble soul. I'm gonna keep reading. And let your soul receive instruction, for she is hard at hand to find. Behold with your eyes how that I have had but little labor and have gone unto me much rest. Here's the point. Get learning with a great sum of money and get much gold by her. So this is the real gold you have to get from the Lord, man. Let's read that one more time. Get learning with a great sum of money and get much gold by her. So when you get learning, you get much gold by her. You're flipping it. You're getting the real gold from the Most High, and you're profiting by it. Not this damn worldly gold and taking your dollar, get your money and running to the bank and trying to get gold, real gold, and they give you a damn I forgot what they call it, fool's gold, I believe the word. They give you fool's gold, and they say, here you go, and you're walking away, you're all happy, but really you got dirty gold, man. Gold that's mixed with dirt. It's not real gold. Hey, that's not what we're telling you to do. Now is the time to invest in the Lord, man. Not invest in buying gold and worrying about the dollar collapse. What am I gonna do? Hey, we're happy when the dollar collapse. We're gonna be happy when the dollar collapse, man. We're gonna be happy when the economy is thrown out of straits, man. Why? Because we understand we're nearing that time, man. And we're gonna call upon the Lord. And we're going to ask him to destroy this place even faster. Lord willing, man. To bring this place down even faster. We're not going to be worried about the next big economic plan. That's all they're talking about. And this is the last one. That's all they're talking about, man. And the damn the presidential race is how are we going to fix America? How are we going to make it affordable again, man? And we're not worried about the next big plan to make America affordable again. We're waiting for the Lord to deliver us out of here. And one major step in that is the economic collapse of America, man. The dollar bill falling, man. So I'm going to pass it to the brother. That's all I had, Cam.
Khan, all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. And that's absolutely right. The Lord said, let me get this real quick in Isaiah, right? One of the classics. It's Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 1. It says, ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that had no money. Because you don't need money to get this understanding. We're not selling breakdown videos. We don't have videos behind a paywall where you have to spend money just to get the understanding of certain precepts and breakdowns. This thing is without money you need to be able to achieve. You being diligent, you being submissive to Yahweh Shemel Shai, he'll liberally give you this wisdom and understanding. And right now is the time to go all in. I'm gonna read it again. Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters. And he that had no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yeah, come buy wine and milk without money and without price. because this thing is without price. Us investing in a society, everything damn costs. You get a car, you got to pay damn $3-4 a gallon for damn gas. You want a house, you paying damn the rent prices is literally going up each and every year. Each and every year. Everything here in the society, it costs. Everything has a price. And there's a price to be in this truth. You got to be diligent. You got to be a servant of the Most High God. And if you're not that, and you're not being diligent with the Lord's money, then the Lord will overthrow you. So now we got to get our mind right and our eyes right, knowing that this dollar is about to collapse, knowing that this economy is about to fall, knowing that America is about to be destroyed. We got to make sure that we spiritually keeping our mind on a true goal. So let's go back to actually, I'm gonna get this in Mark. This is Mark chapter 10. Well, I wanted this real quick, Salaki, first. I'm gonna get this first in Acts. This is the book of Acts chapter 8 and verse 14. Because like we said, you can't buy this with physical gold. You can't buy this truth with physical damn dollars. You can't go and buy the Holy Spirit, right? Let's bring this out in Acts chapter 8 and verse 14. It says, now when the apostles, which were in Jerusalem, heard that Samaria had received the word of God, they sent unto them Peter and John, who when they were come down, prayed for them that they might receive the Holy Spirit. For as yet he was fallen upon none of them, only they were baptized in the name of the Lord Yahushua. Then laid they their hands on them, and they received the Holy Spirit. And when Simon saw that through laying on of the apostles' hands of the Holy Spirit was given, he offered them money. So you can't offer money to receive these breakdowns. You can't offer money to receive the Holy Spirit and the knowledge of truth. You can't do it. You can't go to the bank teller and say, look, I want to take my money that's in my savings account and I want to withdraw all of that because I got to go buy these breakdowns. I got to buy the Spirit. I need to know what 2nd Ezra 11 and 12 is going into, and it costs $500. I'm going to go to the Most High and flip this. I'm going to go take this money, buy gold, because brother said go buy gold now, and I gotta that's madness. We gotta say it like this because of course you know Jake is gonna take it like that. So I gotta take this money that I got, buy gold, so I can go get the Holy Spirit, so I can get the knowledge of truth. That's not what the Most High is saying. Verse 19, saying, give me also this power that on whomsoever I lay hands, he may receive the Holy Spirit. Verse 20, but Peter said unto him, thy money perish with thee, because thou hast brought that, because thou hast thought that the gift of Yahweh may be purchased with money. So if that's your mind, you have to check yourself. This isn't you putting it down a down payment, a deposit. I saw there's Christian pastors that's out here teaching that if you spend a certain amount of money with them, then you get a plot. You get a plot of land in the kingdom of heaven. That's literally what's being taught right now. I seen a damn video, a Christian pastor. It was a Jake. He said, look, right now he's selling plots of land in the kingdom of heaven. You could just come put your deposit at the church, and then you're going to get you automatically get, a reserved land in the kingdom. Where does the Most High ever say that? That's not in this thing. See, what we need to get is the true gold, the riches of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, which is the word. You have to study. You got to labor. You got to read. You got to fast. You got to stay in the spirit as much as you can, given that we're in this world, in this wicked world, and we dealing with the oppression of the flesh. So we got to be serving the Most High more now than ever before. Right? So let me get this in St. Mark. This St. Mark chapter 10, and I want to start at verse 23. Right? St. Mark chapter 10 and verse 23. And Yahushua looked round about and said unto his disciples, how hardly shall they that have riches enter into the kingdom of God? And we want to put this out there. We're not, the Lord never commanded us to be, what is it called? Bumites, right? That's a word that we use. The Lord has never commanded us to be bumites. You're just sitting on you're sitting on your ass all day. You're sitting in your mother's basement. You're not doing nothing. You don't want to work. You don't want to go out. The Lord said, if he don't work, then he don't eat. Now we know, that's double fold. Of course, if you don't physically go out and go get a job and then work, whether it's a part-time job, full-time job, you got your own business, whatever the case may be, then guess what? You're not going to eat. That's evident, right? But at the same time, on a spiritual level, if you're not putting that labor for the Lord, then you're not going to be able to eat the word and receive the benefits of being a servant of Yahweh Shem Shai, which is his wisdom. And we know that wisdom bringeth you to a kingdom. That's the wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, and verse number 20 on down. So we understand that if you're not in his word, then you really don't got a real chance at making it to the kingdom of heaven, because his word is life. So if you choosing to forgo the words of the Lord and to bet it all on his world, then you're damned already. But if you forgo the world and you say, look, whatever lot I'm in this world, it is what it is, because I'm going to serve Yahweh Shem Shai, who's my true rest, and I'm going to be diligent night and day to this word and to Most High will and being a part of the kingdom of heaven. That person will receive everlasting life if the Most High has mercy upon that person. And that's what we commanded you to do. You want to be in that spirit. You don't want to be in the spirit of worrying about the world. Again, we making a point, and we're going to go into the articles. This dollar is about to collapse. There's nothing here for you. Let me say it again to someone, maybe you just clicked on the video. There's nothing in this world for you. There's nothing in it. You know, you got brothers been in the truth for 7 years. Brothers been in the truth for 10 years. Elders in this thing for 20, 25, 30 years. They're all testimonies that let you know it's not nothing in this world for you. This world wasn't made for us. The world to come is for us. Let's get that in 2nd Ezra real quick. Right, so we got to keep that in mind. You got certain people worrying about this damn world. This thing about to go down. This 2nd Ezra chapter 8, and I want to get verse 1. 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High had made this world for many, but the world to come for few. I'm going to read that again. 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High had made this world for many. And there's a lot of people that's in this world. A lot of people that's ruling this world and receiving riches in this world, in this life. Right? You got a lot of people in damn Dubai right now turning up and living it up. A lot of people in it's all throughout the world on vacations, going damn on freak offs. You got, I mean, you can see it right now. You got certain celebrities, they're living at the top of this world, and guess what? The Most High is about to bring them all down. And those that's at the bottom right now, and guess what? The Most High is about to bring back on top. And those people that's at the bottom that's serving Yahweh Shem Shai, when the Most High brings them up, they're going to rule forever. You understand how this thing works? If you don't, there's the kingdom of heaven is Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, the 12 apostles, the 144,000, the rest of the 1/3, and they'll rule forever and ever with Yahweh Shem Shai. Right? So let's read on. It says, I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mound whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved. So we got to understand that it's only going to be a few souls that's going to be delivered from this life, from this world, and be brought into the world to come. So that's where you need to be focusing your attention on. It should not be on this world that you presently live in, right? Let's go back to St. Mark. St. Mark, chapter 10, and I'm going to start at verse 23 again. And Yahweh Shai looked round about and said unto his disciples, how hardly shall they that have riches enter into the kingdom of God? And the disciples were astonished at his words. But Yahweh Shai answered again and said unto them, children, how hard is it for them that trust in riches to enter into the kingdom of God? The Lord said, if you trust in riches, it's going to be a hard thing for you to enter into the kingdom of God. Why is that? Because if you trust in these riches, you think that riches is going to save you. When all hell's breaking loose, you're going to be worrying about those riches. If you had $1 billion in your bank account, I mean, chances are you may not be reading and studying the way you will be reading and studying when you understand that ain't nothing here for you and everything is in the world to come. There's no rest here and everything is what you should hope for in Yahweh with Yahweh Shai. That's why you see a lot of these apostles, they didn't live a lavish lifestyle. They just didn't. A lot of the prophets, they didn't live some damn extravagant mansions and all of that. They didn't live like that. They did what they could do. The Most High provided for them, and they was able to make ends meet. Hey, there was a famine, and Elijah was given a cake, and that cake lasted them for 40 days. You got the average man, he can go right in his cabinet. Can go right in his cabinet, go right in his refrigerator at 3 o'clock in the morning and scratching his head, and he's looking in the refrigerator, and he pulls out a hoagie. He goes in the cabinet, he pulls out some Lay's Lay's chips. He goes in the damn refrigerator or goes in the freezer and pulls out some damn wings and damn get to it. Throw it in the air fryer. But you got our forefathers, they was out there. They wasn't living some lavish life. Again, you do not want to make riches in this life damn a god, because that's what you do. When you put anything above the Most High, you put that as a god. That's idolatry, right? When you covet in the things of this life, that's idolatry, right? I don't know if we said it earlier, but shalom to everyone that's tuned in. All praise to Yahweh Shemel Shai that y'all rocking with us, late night. All praise to the Most High. So let me finish this out, and then you got it, King. This is saying Mark 10 and verse 25. It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. And we know damn well a camel cannot go through the eye of a needle. For you sisters that sew, you know how the needle thread is very small, damn near minuscule. You almost need a magnifying glass to see it, to put the thread in and to be able to, get to it. So how much more is the Lord really saying it's going to be very, very rare for someone who has riches in this world or even cares about the riches of this world to make it into the kingdom of heaven? That's something we got to keep note of and move and walk with wisdom, right? Like the brother Yawasab said, Shalom King, I've never been materialistic. And that's what the Lord is commanding us, not to be moving like that. If you've been moving like that, check yourself. If you've been worrying about this money too much, you damn putting 60 hours into work a week, but you then put in an hour of reading in a whole week. But brother, you got to check yourself. You got to check yourself. That's to every brother. You have to check yourself. But you got it, King.
Calm. Let's go to Joel real quick. Actually, let me get this real quick. Let me get Proverbs.
Salakia. And two, I got a few articles I want to pull up a little bit later on, right? Whenever we get into it.
Now this is Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 4. It says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. So like we continuously go into, riches cannot profit you in the day of wrath, man. If you have that in your mind, if you think about chasing a bag, if you're looking at your bank account and it's empty, if you're shaking your pockets, they're empty, and you're thinking, what am I going to do, man? Hey, all hell's by what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Hey, you got to hold it down, brother. You got to chill. You got to hold it down, and you got to believe in the Most High. Hey, like the brother said, none of the apostles, none of them were rich, man. None of the prophets of the Lord were rich, man. When you read Amos, I believe the 7th chapter, he said I was a herdsman, man. Just gathering sheep and cattle all day. That man wasn't rich. Men of the Lord, they weren't this in crazy abundance, just living lavishly all the damn life, man. Even the men that were high stature, man, they had times when they were low, man. And they still had to hold it down, man. You got David, while he was getting chased, he had to hold it down. Other men that were high estate at one point, like Job, he had to hold it down when he was put in the low estate, man. So we have to understand that riches and putting your trust in them is vanity. It's only going to lead to destruction. The Lord, he doesn't deal with a man that only believes in his riches, man. That only believes in bettering his economic status for deliverance. And that's what a lot of people are doing right now, man. God forbid I hear Israelites, talking about, man, we got to sell money to get gold, man. What are we going to do, man? I'm going to look at that brother. I'm going to say, brother, what's wrong with you, man? Hold it down, man. You sound like Esau. You sound like a damn doomsday prepper, man. We're not doomsday preppers. We prep for the Lord, man. We're your how about Shem Yahushua preppers, man. We prep for the Lord to come back. And we prepare ourselves for that. Not prepare ourselves for an economic collapse. Well, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna buy my gas? How am I gonna go? How am I gonna buy my food? How am I gonna trade with people? We're not worried about that, man. Like the brother said, if your mind's on that, your mind's on the wrong thing, man. You know, worrying about getting all this money, but not even putting an hour towards the Lord. Your mind is on the wrong thing. Let's get another precept. This is 1 Timothy chapter 6. I'm gonna start at 17. Come. 17. And it says, charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches. And everything that we have right now, all the money in your bank account, if you do have gold, all the gold you have on you, you know, the watch that your dad gave you, hey, sell this when it gets a little bit hard. When you fall on hard time, just sell it. You get a good lump sum. Hey, all that is uncertain riches, man. Like we're going into, we're about to pull out the articles. Hey, the dollar can collapse like that, man. One day you have 10K in your bank account, and the next day it means nothing. One day you have all this gold, and the next day it means nothing. Someone else took it, man. You laid up treasures, and some other man reaped of it. That's Ecclesiastes, the 6th chapter, man. You have all these treasures, yet you can't spend it. All these treasures leaped onto you, but it wasn't meant for you. Another man ravished it. Like you could read in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, with men ravaging your house, man. Hey, so all these things are uncertain. They don't mean nothing. The only thing that means something, the only thing that's not uncertain is having faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. That gold can only get you so far. That money that you got in your account can only get you so far. You have to hold it down. It's going to say that too. Let's keep reading. It says, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living God. So you can't trust in these things. You have to trust in the Most High. I mean, we're not doing articles on how the Most High didn't come through for the children of Israel. There's no articles on that. There's no precept in the Bible on how the Most High did not come through to those that trusted in Him, man. But there's going to be articles on how the dollar's collapsing. There's going to be articles how people go into the bank and they can't even pull out $100 because the bank said they don't got it. There's going to be articles that says, hey, look, the stock markets, they're done in a couple of months, man. We're predicting by 2025 that the stock market is going to crash. We're going to find articles on that, but you will never find an account where Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, he failed the children of Israel, man. He failed those that put his trust in him. You can't find an account like that. So we have to trust in the living God, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. We have to. Let's keep reading. It says, but in the living God, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. And the Most High provides everything that we need, man. Whether we're in a lower state or whether we're in a higher state, the Lord provides everything, man. Like the brother said, you had Elijah. The Lord provided him a cake to eat, man. You had Daniel. The Lord literally sent Habakkuk over to Daniel to feed him, man. You had a lot of accounts of the Lord providing for those that believe in him. So we got to have that same faith. We have to believe in the living God who provides all things unto us, man. Whether we're in a lower state or a higher state, the Lord will always provide, man. And we got to continue to have that in the back of our mind. And if you don't believe in that, then you got to question yourself, man. You sincerely got to question yourself. And it might get to we understand we're in the flesh. You know, you might come across an economic trouble. You might be scratching your head like, what's going on? But brother, you're still here, man. Otherwise, you won't be watching this video. So we understand that the Lord, no matter what, he'll always deliver us and provide for us when we have faith in him. So let's keep reading. It says, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy, that they do good, that they be rich in good works. So the things that you want to be rich in is good works. You shouldn't be worried about being rich in the world. You know, you're counting down your list. You got a list. I want a Lamborghini. I want a $2 million house. I want a 25K French bulldog. I want 5 gold chains. I want marble floors. You shouldn't be worried about that. You should be worried about being rich in good works. Why? Because those good works are going to be what saves you in the day of trouble. Your good works are going to be what you receive in the kingdom of heaven. The treasure you laid up for the kingdom of heaven. Those are going to be your what you're rich in, man. When everything is done and said. It's not going to be a gold. Now you're going to have people running with damn pockets full of gold into the kingdom, man. A damn chariot comes by, and you know, a damn brother, he got a damn change falling out of his pocket. Well, hold on, let me pick up the change real quick. The chariot's already gone, man. You picking up them damn gold coins. Oh, 1, 2. I think I missed one over here. That chariot is gone on you, man. It's too late. Don't be that brother that's worried about that. Be rich in good works. And in that case, the Lord is going to lay up, he's going to lay for you treasures in heaven, man. You're going to walk into the kingdom rich. You're going to be established in the kingdom. That's what we got to have faith in and believe, man. This stuff doesn't matter right now. Like the book of Ecclesiastes often says, man, it's vain. It's vain. Let's keep reading. Finish it out. So that they do good, that they be rich in good works, ready to distribute, willing to communicate, laying up in store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come. So the Lord said, you got to lay it up for yourself. Let's read that one more time. Laying up in store for themselves a good foundation. You got to lay up for yourself a good foundation, man. A good foundation. And that foundation isn't gold. It isn't how much gold you can store, man. I got all these gold pieces to go barter. That's what they're talking about, bartering, man. I'll trade you 15 gold pieces for that damn motorcycle. We're not worried about that in Jacob's trouble, man. We're not worried about that. And if you're worried about that, like we continuously say, you have to check yourself, man. You gotta lay up for yourself a good foundation, and that foundation is your good works and your faith. That's your foundation. That's gonna be what delivers you in that time. Not a bag of gold. You know, we can't keep saying this, man, but we have to. It's not gonna be your gold that saves you. You know, because you got there's a lot of Israelites that think that, man. A lot. And it's sad, man. They think that gold and stocking up food is gonna save them in the times to come, man. And we're telling you, you're heavily mistaken, man. If you put your trust in those things to save you over trusting Yahweh from your outside, you're going to be sadly confounded. So now it's time to lay up these good works in that foundation for the time to come. Let's read that one more time and finish it out. And then you got it, King. Laying up in store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come. So you got to do it for the time to come. And the Lord, he told you how to prep for the time. This is real prepping. This is the real prepping. The Lord told you how to prep for this time. Let's keep reading. That they may lay hold on eternal life. So doing this will have you to lay hold on eternal life. It will get you to be saved. Not doing carnal things and worrying about the carnal matters in society. Like your economic estate and damn when all hell breaks loose. That's not going to be what saves you. It's going to be laying up those good works for the time to come. Well, that's all I got, Ken. You got it.
All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. So yeah, I wanted to show this article, right? We're gonna pull up my screen and share this screen, Most High willing. Let me know when you see the screen, King. Right, let me know if I'm. You see it?
Yeah, calm.
All praises. Right. So this is from CNN. I came across this is early today. Right. It says like I said, it's about 6 a.m. Eastern Coast time. Right. So it says gold's hitting new records again. Here's what it means for the economy. Right. Because we letting you know This economy is collapsing. This thing is done with. Right? We made videos in time past. We went up further in depth into different articles that we pulled up, and that was months ago. And now we seeing these things happen right in real time and real speed. Why? Because the Lord already ordained it from the foundation of the world. Right. So the Most High ordained it, and the Lord said He's going to do nothing but reveal His secrets to His servants, the prophets. That's in the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 7. So it says again, gold's hitting new records again. Here's what it means for the economy. Right. It says the 2024 monster gold rally is picking up steam. The most actively, I'm actually zoom in a little bit, right? Because it might not be. There we go. Lord willing, that's good. Right. So it says, damn, where did we just hold on now? It's the wrong article. Let's go back. There we go. All right, so here we at, right? I believe it'll be right here. It says the most actively traded gold futures contract has hit repeated highs this year, most recently notching a fresh record of 2687.3 on Tuesday before retreating. And you got to understand this before we continue on. The importance of the gold price as far as the US dollar is concerned, they're kind of on polar opposites. Before, in 1971, before that time, the US dollar was attached to gold. So every time the gold prices went up, the US dollar was following suit, right? They're joined hand in hand one toward each other. But in 1971, Nixon took the US dollar off the gold standard, and it was after years of essentially trying to devalue the gold currency because people would stop using the US dollar and stop making that the world reserve. Right now, all of the countries, chiefly the world at one time, was trading in US dollars. If you wanted gold, or my fault, if you wanted oil, if you wanted other imports and exports, you would trade with other neighboring countries using the US dollar. America was able to establish the dollar as the top reserve currency of the earth. But now things have changed. A lot of things changed. You got BRICS currency. We talked about that on previous Watchmen Wednesdays. You can look it up as well. Do your due diligence. The BRICS currency is going to be bigger than the US dollar, of course. You got gold prices is going up. So again, the US dollar not being attached to gold. If gold goes high, that means the US dollar is very low. And it's going to show you in this article, it's extremely low to the point where last week on September 18th, Powell, who's I forget his first name, but he's the guy over the U.S. Treasury. He had cut the interest rates for the Federal Reserve to try to, rejuvenate this economy. Him not understanding that, well, he does understand this, but just to break it down to you, that's going to do, of course, terrible things to this U.S. economy, right? Everything is going to go up. All the prices is about to go extremely up to the roof. So with the gold going high in the sky, and guess what? That's only going to mean terrible things for the U.S. dollar, right? So let's continue on. In all praise to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Of course, we want it to be that way. We want it to be that way because we understand this society is not for us. We understand that we have the world to come. So let's read on. It says that comes after the Federal Reserve slashed U.S. interest rates by a supersized half point last week. It says gold, traditionally perceived as a haven, has climbed roughly 30% this year, outperforming the benchmark S&P 500 index's 20% gain. That has in part been driven by a jump in demand from central banks, including in China, Turkey, and India, who have added to their gold piles this year to diversify away from the US dollar. In China, they've been trading in, and we broke this down as well, right, in times past. China has taken billions of dollars in trade of US dollars and bought gold to cash in before, of course, the dollar collapses because they're a part of the BRICS currency. So they understand that minerals and resources and gold and those other materials, they're going to be more valuable than US dollar because the US dollar can literally be printed out. It's being printed out as we speak. Every year, they're printing out trillions of dollars. We talked about this before. Since October of 2020 to Earlier this year, about $21 trillion had been printed from the Federal Reserve. That's ridiculous. And they just signed another $8 billion military package to be sent over to Ukraine. So they're printing out this money and they sending it to Ukraine and they freaking off with the money. And you wonder why eggs used to be $1 and some change. Now it's damn $7, $8. And that's not even a half of it. Let me get this precept in Second Ezra. Right? That's not even a half of it. That's what the Lord said. This Second Ezra, chapter 6, and I believe I want damn, there's another precept I wanted. I'm gonna get this real quick though. In Second Ezra chapter 6. This Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Right. So let alone the prices are going to go up and continue to go up, but very soon storehouses is going to be found empty. Food is not going to be there. Clothes is not going to be there. Normal resources you may find in the store, that's not going to be there. We've seen a little glimmer, a little glimpse of it during damn the pestilence in 2019. C19. I don't know if you can say the word. I've seen other videos say it, but I'm not going to be the one to get our channel jammed up. Right. Yeah. So we're going to say the pestilence of 2019. Right. So let's read on. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So the Most High is going to suddenly make these things empty. These things are once here and then it's going to be gone. Right? The price is going to continue to climb up to the point where it's going to be hard for even America to go out and import things from other countries, because the other countries are going to stop dealing with America. And we're about to see that very soon. So let's continue on in this article. It says, but some investors say the rally in the yellow metal also suggests that markets are still on edge about the U.S. economy's health. Despite fresh highs in the stock market, traders tend to flock to gold during periods of uncertainty, right? Uncertainty, quote unquote, betting that its value will hold up better than other assets such as stocks, bonds, and currencies if the economy faces a downturn. And we talking about the highest price for gold ever recorded, as far as, you know, what they want to give us, right? Since it's been been recorded on this part of the world in the Western Hemisphere, this is what is the highest price today, right? 2687. So we know the stock market crashed in 08. We know the stock market crashed in the 80s. We know it had a Great Depression in the 30s, the late 20s and early 30s. We know those things, but the gold price wasn't as much before. So what is that telling you? We telling you to buy the true gold. You damn sure should not be trying to buy this world's gold, because all is about to be shut down. What do you think is going to happen? You think you're going to be able to make it in this society? That's the same thing they promised to these rappers, these artists, these celebrities. They promised that to LeBron. They promised that to P. Diddy, the diddler. They promised that to Jay-Z and all these elites that's of our nation, but that sold their soul and got down with this world. And guess what? They all been exposed. And the Most High will expose you too if you weren't about the things of this world. A lot of people get caught out there. Certain brothers, we know certain brothers who was once with us, stopped wanting to do the work, went back in the world, worrying about the world, and guess what? They out there, right? So let's continue on. It says Fed Chair Jerome Powell said at the central bank's post-meeting press conference last week that the whopping half-point interest rate cut was intended to get ahead of further labor weakness. So I'm not going to read the rest of this. You can check it out on your own. But the point is, they understand that the U.S. dollar is indeed about to collapse. And they try to cut the interest rates last week to get in front of this thing, but instead it's only expediting this. They have plans to continue on to cut the interest rate for the rest of the year, right? And for you brothers that study the economy and you understand what's going on, you know that this is one of the major signs of a downfall of any empire. And we went to that before as well. Rome, one of the major signs that you knew Rome was about to fall was that it was hyperinflation. And that's what you're seeing in America. We're about to enter into super hyper, really, inflation. It's about to be crazy through the roof, to the point where nothing's going to be out there anymore, right? And like I said, I got a few more, but hey, King, you want to touch on this, or you have something you want to pull up?
I have one quick article, and then you got it.
Con, you got it, King. Con, like, I'm gonna get this real quick. The brother said monopoly money, no value. That's right. Just like monopoly money. Literally, you can literally just put to break down the interest rates real quick. With monopoly, everyone starts out with a certain amount. Now, the equivalent of an interest rate for the US dollar is by America or the banker of a monopoly putting out extra dollars into the game. Now everything is so much more money that's in the game. You can go out, you can buy whatever you want. So now with that being said, what has to happen? The only way for there be a balance would be for the prices of those properties in the monopoly game to be risen up. And Lord Willie, you understood that because that's what's about to happen in America. What you got it, King?
Let's see if I get this. Let me know what's sharing, King.
Con, you in there, King?
All praises. So this is from the website called money.com. It says, what drives the price of gold? Now, let's read this first part right here. Gold is a time-tested safe haven asset, the price of which has historically held up well in times of high inflation, market volatility, and geopolitical uncertainty. Now, the brother, he made a good point. The U.S. dollar is not backed by gold anymore. So this is not applied to the U.S. dollar, which is why a lot of people, they're saying to ditch the dollar and buy gold. And that's a important piece to remember, and which will lead to economic collapse, man. Not the average American has no access to gold. The average American has no access to gold. We gotta say that again. When the dollar bill falls, a lot of people will not have will not have gold to back up their economic status. So when the dollar bill falls, that's going to lead to the fall of a lot of people's economic status, which is going to lead to what? It's going to lead to the economy falling, man. Because that's going to make up more. I'll say 95% of Americans don't have gold. 95%. So that's going to lead to a major economic collapse, which will lead to mayhem. Let's keep scrolling down though. This is what I really wanted right here. What affects the price of gold? Gold prices are affected by numerous economic factors. The following determinants demonstrate the reasons gold could skyrocket given certain economic conditions. Now, the number one thing they put was value of the U.S. dollar. Let's read it. Although gold is a borderless international asset that's recognized and valued globally beyond national currencies and economic conditions, it's important to note that the precious metal is generally a dollar-denominated asset, meaning the value of gold is priced in U.S. dollars. Why? Because the U.S. dollar is used in every economy. The U.S. dollar, the U.S., it pushes dollar in all of the trading systems, which is why, Russia, BRICS, they want to create their own currency, because the U.S. dollar was dominating the global scene with the currency. So the U.S. dollar, although not being backed by gold, it still had to play with gold because it was so widely used. Let's keep reading it though. It says dollar-denominated assets typically have an inverse relationship with the value of the U.S. dollar. Therefore, if the value of the dollar decreases, the value of gold will increase and vice versa. So that's what we're seeing right now. They're saying it right here and right now. If you don't believe us, if you think that we're lying, if you think, well, no, hold up, that is talking. It says it right here. We're going to read it one more time. Therefore, if the value of the dollar decreases, the dollar that's in your bank account, that the $20 you got on right now, that you have in your pocket, that you was thinking of, I don't know, getting some gas later on, is decreasing. If the value of the dollar decreases, the value of gold will increase and vice versa. And like I stated, 95% of all Americans do not have gold. Do not. They do not have backup gold. They don't have a safer gold to back up with and to go to Walmart and buy this and buy that, to buy food, to do this, to buy gasoline. They don't have it. So when the dollar bill collapses, when your bank account is empty, because the banks, they got nothing else, they got no money to give. Hey, at that time, there's going to be a lot of people with nothing, man. Which is why we're telling Israel to invest in the Lord, man. Not to invest in gold, man. This is not what the video is about, but invest in the Lord, man. Because that's the only thing that's going to be able to deliver you in that day. It's not going to be gold. But let's keep reading. I think there's a little bit more on that. Calm. In situations where the value of the dollar decreases, investors are able to buy less gold per dollar due to decreased purchasing power, which strictly increases the value of the precious metal. In other words, because the value of the dollar is less, more dollars are needed to buy the same ounce of gold, therefore increasing the value of the precious metal. By extension, during periods of high inflation, gold historically remains stable or increases in price, proving its value as a safe haven asset. And that's what we have going on right now. Periods of high inflation, where it's going to continue to get higher, and that gold is going to continue to increase in price. Making it in the same case is going to make it harder for the average American to get. So that's why we're going to keep saying it, man. Just in case you're being stiff-necked or you got hard here, do not invest in gold, man. It's going to continue to increase while the dollar continues to decrease, while inflation continues to get higher. It's going to make it hard to get, man. Instead of 95%, it's going to be 90. I said 95% of people not having gold. It's going to come out to 99%, with only the top 1% having gold, man. So we gotta realize that this thing it's done, man. This is the signs of a decaying kingdom, a decaying kingdom that's rolling down the hill with no brakes, man. You can't change this, man. But the brother said they signed a $8 billion aid to Ukraine, man. Zelensky, if that's how you pronounce his name right. They signed it to him, and we're in debt, man. We're trillions of dollars in debt, and we're signing $8 billion. Where's his money coming from, man? It's coming from nowhere. It's being pulled out of thin air. So remember, this country it's too far gone, man. It's too far gone. Well, that's all gone now, Ken. You got it.
Con, and that was a mighty article through the Spirit. All praise to the Most High. Yeah, and that was it's evident. I want to share this as well. Just earlier, really 2 days ago. 2 days ago, right? The biggest U.S. bank, which is J.P. Morgan Chase, they just shut down 7 more branches in 1 week. So this thing is being expedited again on every front. King, let me know if you can see my screen.
Con.
So this is from the dailymail.com, and you can look this up on other sources as well. But it says Chase abruptly shut 7 branches in just 1 week amid total closures of 14 from major U.S. banks. So the only reason why they would be shutting down branches is if there's not enough money flowing through these said banks, their branches. So they're shutting them down. They're closing because they understand that the U.S. dollar is collapsing. They understand that interest rates is about to be the downfall of this economy. They understand that, really, we understand that Yahweh Shai is bringing judgment upon America. And the Lord doesn't do it all swiftly in 1 second. I mean, he can do that, but we understand that the Lord brings judgment little by little upon the heathen. Let me bring this out in the book of Wisdom of Solomon. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, and I'm going to read verse 10. It says, but executing thy judgments upon them by little and little, thou gavest them place of repentance, not being ignorant that they were a naughty generation, and that their malice was bred in them, and that their cogitation would never be changed. So the Most High knows that they're never going to change. We know in the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, that hey, the soul that's lifted up in Esau is not upright in them. So they're never going to be able to change. So the Most High is giving them mercy, but at the same time, it's only just to show his power when he does overthrow America, knowing that they never would change. So continuing on, it says, Chase has closed 7 of his local branches in just 1 week. It says, forcing its customers to travel further for vital services. The bank, the biggest in the U.S., was not alone in shuttering locations, as it was joined by the likes of Wells Fargo and Capital. Right? It says Fifth Third Bank, Bank First, and Citizens Bank also closed locations between September 8th and the 14th. It says the worst affected state was Ohio, seeing 4 banks close in just 1 week. It says with other closures spanning from Wisconsin to New York. And then it goes down. It says the closures were reported to the office of the comptroller of the currency, which is the OCC, which monitors branch closures and openings and publishes them in a weekly bulletin. So as we see that, again, gold prices going up, U.S. dollar damn collapsing, banks being closed. What should you do knowing that these things are going down in the earth? Knowing that these things are happening, what should we be doing? We should be, again, putting it all on the Lord. Understanding that these are telltale signs of the end of the world. Understanding that this is what the Most High spake of in times that have been way before us. From the beginning of the world, the Most High has uttered his voice, and he said these things will happen in the last days, and they're surely happening in these last days. Right? I'm going to get that quick precept in the book of Isaiah, chapter 46, in verse 10, I believe I want. Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 10. It says, I started 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am Yahweh, and there is none else. I am Yahweh, and there is none like me. Declaring, Salakia. It says, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. So the Lord said that these things was from the foundation of the world. And the Most High has set these things up and appointed these things. And guess what? They're happening in the last days. Right? I don't know if I'm having a little bit of difficulty with my damn screen. Right? Can you still hear me, King?
I can hear you out, but your face ain't moving.
Yeah, you see that? That's Satan. But that's all right, though. We're going to finish up. But, like, what you going to say?
Try turning off your cam and turning it back on. No, you see that? It's stuck.
Calm. But you can hear me, though, right?
Yeah, we can hear you. Calm.
Okay, calm. All right, so let me just finish up this real quick. So it says major banks are increasingly moving away from expensive brick and mortar branches in favor of online services. Right? How the hell is it expensive when you're the bank? How is the bank saying buildings are expensive now? That's a clear sign you need to be getting up out of here. Right? When a bank is telling you things are expensive, and they're the ones that hold the money of the world. Right? So that's really all I wanted, though. There was another article is going to go into. Actually, I do want to pull it up. Right? Let's show this because this is important as well. A brother earlier, he alerted us and let us know that there's something called, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, port longshoremen, which are pretty much these how to put it, it's about 45,000 union workers who work on a port at the harbor, and they work all throughout the eastern coast shore. But I'm gonna bring this out, right? So it says, can you see the screen, or is it the other screen showing? It might be the other one. Hold on one second. Let me stop sharing this screen, and let me share this one, right?
Oh, Slocky, I was on mute. Yes, it's a Bank of America screen, but now it's
So how about this one?
Con, it's there.
Con, throw it. Con. So this is from CBS News. It says, what would a docker or dock worker strike mean for the port of Baltimore? An expert weighs in. So we're not going to listen to this woman, right? But we're gonna show you right here. So it says Baltimore, the looming strike. And we had put reports out, as well as sure you saw it early this year. One of the cargo ships had crashed in to the bridge that's over in Baltimore, and for a few weeks, they actually shut down a lot of imports and exports because Baltimore's supply chain is actually, is cheap. I mean, it's chief as far as all the goods coming into the United States, right? It chiefly comes in through the Atlantic coast, right, which is over here by, again, the port of Baltimore, all throughout the east, and the Gulf Coast, which is over here in America. So continuing on, it says a looming strike of dock workers across the U.S. East and Gulf Coast could devastate the nation's consumer supply chain, including at the port of Baltimore. U.S. ports from Maine to Texas are preparing for a potential shutdown in a week. Right, this is supposed to take place on October 1st. October 1st. It's about to be a shutdown of the supply chain. The Lord willing, it goes through. Lord willing is not one of those where they last second and they make a deal happen. We don't want no deals happen. This is not Wheel of Fortune. This is not them damn TV shows. We want this thing to go down. So let's continue on. It says, when the International Longshoremen's Association, representing 45,000 dock workers at 36 ports that handle roughly half the nation's cargo from ships, has threatened to strike starting October 1st. It says dock workers are demanding better pay and protection from automation. There hasn't been a national longman shore strike in the U.S. since 1977. Now, what happened in the 80s following 1977? Well, you had the downfall of the U.S. economy. Literally, the 80s was one of the worst times. So we see in history repeat itself, and we see it repeat itself because the Most High has uttered his voice from the foundation of the world, right? So I'm going to get a couple precepts on that. Then I'm going to pass it back to the brother. So let's pull it. Let's bring this out in the book of Isaiah, right? So again, now it's time to focus on Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, right? Now it's time to focus on Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, right? As it always been time for the Lord, right? But even now, much more than ever, you need to be repentant, right? Examining your spirit, seeing what manner of man or woman you've been moving in, and serve Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. I turned off my camera because all I can see is black on my screen, right? So I'm gonna just turn it off. But anyway, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 23, and I'm gonna start at verse 5. Isaiah chapter 23 and verse number 5. I'll start at 4. It says, "Be thou ashamed, O Zidon, for the sea hath spoken, even the strength of the sea, saying, I travail not, nor bring forth children, neither do I flourish, it's like nourish up young men, nor bring up virgins. As at the report concerning Egypt, so shall they be sorely pained at the report of Tyre." So the Lord said, just like it was in Egypt, and guess what? It's going to happen to Tyre. Now, on a spiritual level, the modern day Tyre and Zidon is America. The same merchant city, the same way that Tyre and Zidon was moving in antiquity, being a chief, again, merchant country, trading and doing their business via the sea line and the seashore. And guess what? The same thing is happening over here in America. That's how America is now, right? Read on. It says, is this your joyous city, who's in this verse 7, Salakia, jump to 7. It says, is this your joyous city, whose antiquity is of ancient days? Her own feet shall carry her afar off to sojourn. Right, so the Most High is telling you how exactly America is about to go down. Right, the brother said, crazy how this topic crossed my mind today, and you brothers gave me the best take on it, the Water Kings. All praises to Yahweh Shem Shai. That's the spirit of the Lord. Right, so let's read on. It says, verse 8, who had taken this counsel against Tyre, the crowning city. And we know America is the crowning city. It's not Dubai. It's not the United Emirates. It's not Russia. It's not China. It's not these countries. The crowning city, the jewel of the world, still at this present time is America. Right? So let's read on, but not for much longer. It says, whose merchants are princes, whose traffickers are the honorable of the earth. The Lord of hosts had purposed it to stain the pride of all glory and to bring into contempt all the honorable of the earth. I'm going to read on. It says, pass through thy land as a river, O daughter of Tarshish. There is no more strength. He stretched out his hand over the sea. He shook the kingdoms. So the Most High is about to stretch out his hand over all the kingdoms of the earth. He's about to shake all the world, right? All the nations of the earth. Let's read on. It says, he stretched out his hand over the sea. He shook the kingdoms. Yahweh had given a commandment against the merchant city to destroy the strongholds thereof. And this is what you're about to witness. America is about to go down, and the Lord is about to destroy the strongholds thereof of the land of America. So let's read on. It says, and he said, thou shalt no more rejoice, O thou oppressed virgin, daughter of Zidon. Arise, pass over to Shittim. There also shalt thou have no rest. I'm going to jump to 14. How ye ships of Tarshish, for your strength is laid waste. So again, if this port does shut down, if these banks continue to shut down, if the gold continues to rise and the dollar collapses, all of this has already been prophesied via Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. I'm going to get one more precept, then you got it, King. I want to get this in Revelation. This Revelation chapter 18 and verse 22. In the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers. And we see that. The harpers, those that play the music, those that sound the drums on a spiritual level, and how much even more on a physical level. A lot of these entertainers, a lot of these people we grew up listening to. Again, Beyonce, Diddy, all these damn men and women of this world is all being laid out there. It's all being exposed. Dr. Dre, all those men, 50 Cent, all those men is all about to damn be exposed. Even damn R. Kelly. And when you go back to some of that music that they was playing, you can see what they really meant in those lyrics. You can see it. And now they being locked behind prison, the book being thrown at them. Why? Because the Most High is judging the world. And he's starting with these wicked leaders of the house of Israel. So let's read on. It says, in the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee. And no craftsman of whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee. So the Most High is about to shut all of this down, right? From all the evil and poison that's been pushed in the earth. And guess what? The Most High is about to swallow it all up and destroy the entire world and bring death and judgment upon every nation on this earth. But you got it, King.
Con. I had a quick article. Maybe two. Con. Hold up. Let me know if it's sharing on my screen.
Con, you good now, okay?
Con, all praises. Con. So I have this quick article pulled up. Now, this article, it was from 2023, but it is one that did predict how more bank branches were going to close in 2024, and it also touches on the effects of these banks closing. Man, you know, a lot of people, you know, a lot of people are going to look at this stuff and they're going to say it doesn't matter. Some people, some of Israel, they might say, "Well, man, I still got time." Man, I'm gonna keep going in the world. No. We're showing you these things as a warning. These things are a direct link to the collapse of this kingdom, and we're gonna read about it. Now, this is from integrated cash logistics. Now, this is what I wanted right here. Now, this is a topic in the article. Do bank closures lead to recession? Bank failures do not automatically point towards a recession. However, many factors coupled alongside a troubled bank climate can lead to recession or economic collapse. And there are many factors coupled alongside the troubled bank climate, man. Many factors. You know, we even touch on how I think I did say it. These banks that came and give you $1,000, man. You know, I believe I might have said this in a previous Watchmen Wednesday, man. But I was at a bank, PNC Bank, and a man asked for over $2,000 in cash, and they couldn't give it to him. You know, they couldn't give it to him. I'm like, damn. You know, $2,000. That should be nothing for a bank. You hold all you supposedly hold all this money. Yeah, you can't give someone $2,000. These banks, you know, for lack of better terms, they don't got it. You know, they're padding their pockets. They're turning their pockets inside out. You know, you're going up to them for your money, and they don't got it, man. So there's many factors coupled alongside this troubled bank climate. It's not just that they're closing down the damn buildings because, like the brother brought out, it costs too much. That's not it. That's not the only factor. There's a lot of other factors with it. Let's keep reading. An increase of banking stress can lead to even more small banks closing their doors, affecting small business lending, individual accounts, and overall economic prosperity. And yeah, these banks are not lending anymore, man. These banks are not lending for a small business like how they used to do back in the day. Oh yeah, we'll give you 50K. They're not giving you 50K, man. They're not giving you 100K. They're not giving you 25K, man. You know, they're not doing these things because they don't have the money. That's why they're closing down the branches. Let's keep reading. While the 2008 recession did partially occur due to bank failures, and they admitted it. They said the 2008 recession partially occurred due to bank failures. They played a big part in it. It was on a much grander scale due to the increase of lending to borrowers who normally wouldn't qualify. This was compounded with rising inflation from the Federal Reserve, bank insolvency, and eventually the Lehman Brothers bank collapse in late 2008. Now, here's what I really want. The economic impact of bank closure. And it's going to touch on a lot of things that are written in the Bible, man. And things that we know that are going to come to pass. It says bank closures don't just broadly affect the economy. The FDIC problem bank list can also start to wreak havoc on how banking affects individuals, their assets, and businesses. And the key point is their assets. Their assets. A lot of people, they can't handle their assets being messed with, man. And you take man, if you have the money and if you completely have someone's bank account in today's day and age, you're gonna go ballistic, man. They're gonna go crazy. Why? Because I mean, they truly don't got nothing, man. They truly don't got nothing. And when you have that, they really don't got none. But they go ballistic. They're gonna say, "Where's my money?" They're gonna kick down the door. They're gonna riot in the street, and these things are gonna come to pass, man. When the banks take away from their assets, when they take away from their bank account, and there's three digits there, 000. A lot of people, they're gonna go crazy, man. and they're gonna start rebelling and rioting and hitting the street and ransacking and looting. Why? Because it's affecting their assets, the individual's assets. Businesses will have to change how they manage and invest their money, while individuals may find themselves in a banking desert. Imagine being in a banking desert. You can't even go to your own bank and withdraw $100 for groceries, man. Imagine that, man. That's going to come to play. Let's keep reading. With no banks available near them for 10 to 20 miles. Closing banks can also drastically affect housing and employment. Now, this is what we want right here. These three right here. Financial Sorry, I can't even pronounce that word. Contagion. We're gonna call it that.
Contagion.
Financial. You said what, Ken?
Contagion.
Contagion. Financial contagion is when an economic crisis spreads from one market, region, or country to another. This often affects all aspects of the economy, including labor, inflation, goods, and services. And we can see that right now, man. Right now, it's hard to find a job, a good paying job. It's affecting labor. Inflation, we can see, and goods and services, we can see that too, man. Like the brother said, it used to be a dollar something for eggs. Now it's $7. Now it's $10 for a loaf of bread. You know, it's damn $20 for a pack of chicken. You know, you go into Walmart, you get 4 items, $200 easily, and all you did was get another dollar raise to your damn your hourly pay last year to combat all that. To combat rises of grocery by 50%, you got a $1 raise. You know, it doesn't make any sense. So let's keep reading. And not 50%, 150%. Damn near doubled in a half, man. Let's keep reading. In financial markets, while good economic markets can also contribute to financial contagions by bolstering surrounding markets, they often refer to negative impacts from other countries or economies. For example, the recession of 2008 affected the global economy in many ways. Now, here's a big one. Bank runs, like a scene out of It's a Wonderful Life. And I never watched that movie, but if you have, man, you know, they probably had some crazy visuals on what a bank run will look like, man. And they don't put these things in the movies for no reason. These things are going to come to pass. They're this damn, I forgot the word they have, but they're showing the thing that they know that's going to happen. They know America's going to fall. They know that the economy is going to collapse, and they know what's going to happen. They know what's going to come to pass with it, man. It's going to come with bank runs. A bank run is when customers are worried about the bank or economy losing money and then making a run to withdraw everything they have. So let's just paint the picture. Now, when you have the first, let's just say 100 customers that go to your local branch, let's put it underneath that 50, that go to your local branch that's already low on money and take out all of their money. Hey, by the time it gets to the 30th, man, there's not going to be any more money. So the next 20, what do you think they're going to do? And then the 1,000 of people that come after them, what's going to happen when there's no money to go make that run, man? Hey, if you want to find out what's going to happen, read 2 Ezra 16 chapter, man. Read those chapters, man. Read this. Read about the end of the world, man. Read about these times where men don't have nothing, man. They're going to be making a damn, whatchamacallit, a supply run right through your house, man. A supply run through Walmarts until there's nothing left, man. They're not going to just take not having no money, man. Every man's going to do what he got to do. Except for those that are protected by the Lord, man, walking righteously. You know, they're not going to have to worry about making a bank run. But these people, they're going to be losing their mind over the bank run. Let's keep reading. Making a run to withdraw everything they have, this can quickly turn devastating for banks. And not only quickly turn devastating for banks, it's going to turn devastating for America, man. When people start doing bank runs and there's no money in the damn bank, man, these people, they're not going to take it lying down, man. Well, I think it's going to come back next week, man. People are going to start panicking, man. They're going to start panicking. Let's just keep it plain and honest, man. They're going to start panicking. The first day when they have no money, man, they're going to start panicking. I don't know, well, Lord willing, people watched it. But if you ever watched the TV shows called Snowfall, man, you know when Franklin Saint towards the end of the series, man, when he found out all of his money was gone, man, hey, that he turned into I gotta do what I gotta do type of man. You know, pulling the gun on family, you know, going to the ends of the earth to find out who took that money away from him. Doing whatever for the dollar bill, that man turned into the men and the women that are going to be on the earth when these banks don't have no money, man. As soon as it happens. As soon as it happened that he found out he had no money, he didn't say, let me sit down and let me think about what's going on and maybe it'll come back in 4 days or maybe they'll give me a stimulus check. He wasn't thinking like that. He was thinking, hey, look, my money's gone. I got to go get it. However I can. I got to do whatever I can to get this money back. Hey, there's going to be people doing that, man. And they're going to be thinking that way. They're not going to take it lying down. They're going to panic. Let's keep reading. As this can cause them to lose almost all of their assets immediately. And they're not going to have any assets to lose. They're already done. You know, so this right here, they're trying to be positive and be like, well, the bank, they're going to lose their assets and they might lose their money. No, they don't have nothing. There's going to be nothing. And they're going to lose more than just their assets, man. They're going to lose control, man. And it's going to turn into riots and looting real quick. Let's finish it out. If a bank has been struggling and customers hear about it, this can cause them to close, which is exactly what happened with Silicon Valley Bank in 2023. And this is not the only bank it's going to happen to. It's going to happen to every single bank. Every single bank is going to happen. Why? Because the Lord says it's going to happen. These things, they have to happen. They have to happen. Let me get a quick precept. And I think your camera's back out.
Gone. Yeah. I had to go back out and then I came back in. All praises, Most High.
All praises.
I got to preach it back to you.
Come. Let me start verse 1. We got to get this. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So the Lord is calling our people to remember him in these days, man, in the days of our youth, man. In the days where the evil days aren't here yet, man. In the days where we can somewhat lay our heads down at night and not to worry about a man creeping through the window to steal our goods, man. We gotta remember the Creator in the days of our youth before those days come, man. Because if we don't, we're gonna be saying in those days I had no pleasure in them. And these days are come. Let's go to verse 4. It said, 3, Slakia. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. And that's a parabolical talk of this society being shut down, man. America being shut down, the mirth being taken out of the land, the jobs being taken away, the money collapsing to nothing, man. Well, you can't go out and just spend your money and enjoy your and so-called enjoy your Saturday. There's going to be a time when that's not going to be the case. Let's keep reading. And the door shall be shut in the streets. Talking about no work, man. Economic collapse. We're reading about it in the Bible. When the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and the daughters of music shall be brought low. So America, it has a fall. The society, it has a fall, man. And a big part of the fall is that the economy has to collapse, man. Because that's what America, it prides, outside of its military strength, it prides itself off of its so-called flourishing economy, man. With all the people trying to trade with it, all the people they do trade with, man. And I don't know, you just put up on the screen like the brother, or I believe it's the brother. Like he said, it's over, man. It's literally over. You know, we're gonna keep saying it. We're gonna keep blowing the spiritual trumpet to warn the people. It's over, man. Don't get caught up while this trumpet's being blown. Don't get caught up in the noise of the noise of all these other false instruments and get bamboozled by it. Because when the destruction comes, it's gonna hit you, man. It's gonna hit you. You're not gonna know what to do. Now you're gonna be running to the damn the nearest. I don't know where you get gold from, man, but the nearest gold dispenser, wherever you get it from, and asking for the finest gold, man, because you've been bamboozled by other things. It's at an end. We see these banks closing. We see the dollar bill decreasing. We see gold being at all high time price. What other signs do you need, man? What other signs do you need? We linked it up. How these are all signs of high inflation, a collapsing economy. We linked all those things up. You should need no more signs, man. Don't invest in this world. Invest in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. That's the only thing to invest in, man. I got one more. I know you got a priest about it. I got one more. The classic. You know, because what I mean, what we doing investing in man, Israel? There's no value in it. No point. Slakia. This is Isaiah chapter 31, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord." So we can't trust in America because they have an illusion of having a lot of money. They have an illusion of riches. They have an illusion of a strong military. They have an illusion of many things, man. An illusion of this, an illusion of that. We can't trust in that, man. We can't trust in these Edomites talking about go buy gold. It's an illusion, man. The Lord's going to tell you what they are, man. Let's go to verse 4. Oh, it's lucky. Verse 3. Now the Egyptians are men and not God. So these people are telling you to buy gold. The people that are giving the gold, they're men. They're not God. They're not going to save you, man. The Most High told you what to invest in, man. We read it. We read it in countless of precepts, man. We read it. We read that what the foundation is to be laid up for that day of trouble, man. We read it. We went over it plenty of times, man. It's wisdom. It's righteous works. It's your faith. That's not of man. That's of God, man. The Lord told you to chase after that, acquire that, to be saved in those days. Let's finish it out. It says, "And the horse is flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall." So these people that are giving the gold, the people that are buying the gold, the people that are trading gold and doing it, they're going to fall, man. They're all going to fall. Whether they fall, I mean, look, people that trust in the dollar or gold, whether you trust in the dollar and you fall with the dollar, or whether you trust in the gold and it doesn't deliver you in that day, man, you're going to fall one way or another, man. So we have to trust in the Lord, man. Buy that spiritual gold and don't miss out. Let's keep reading. Let's finish it out. It says, And he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fail together. So look, you can't make that up, man. If you trust in any of these things, you're gonna eventually fall and fail. It's time to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahshai. You got your precept, King.
Khan, all praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. Let's get this in 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse number 11, right? 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 11, right? And Lord willing, you definitely took notes, right? You went back to the sources that we pulled out to verify them and so on and so forth. But you can see, the things that brother pulled out and showed through the Spirit, as well as all the articles that we all these things shall be dissolved. What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation? So the Lord,
Slaki, I don't know if it's just me, but you're cutting out a bit. I don't know if someone can confirm that. Yeah, the brother's confirming it. Yeah, the brother, he's freezing. He's coming in and out. I'm seeing. Yeah, I see him right there. I see him. The brother, I think he timed out. Oh, he back. All praises.
can you see me?
Well, we can't see you out.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. All praises. Yeah, that was Satan. Yeah, you back though.
My screen on all black. We back though. All praises. All praise to the Most High. So this 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 11, right? It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? I like what I was going to say. We see all these signs. We brought out the facts. We brought out the things that's going on the earth. We showed you the articles. We showed you the precepts. Now it's up to you on what you're going to do next. Now it's up to the Most High if He's going to lend mercy to all the saints that's watching, to us too as well. That's the Most High is using as vessels right now. Most High willing, we all lock it and endure and buy of the gold that Yahweh Shai is speaking of, which is the word which allows us to access the tree of life. Right? I want to get this in Proverbs chapter 16 and verse number 16. Actually, I'm going to get this in Matthew. This is saying Matthew chapter 13, and I'm going to get verse 44. And it says, again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field, the which when a man had found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he had and buyeth that field. So the Lord said the kingdom of heaven is like if you stumbled across some gold or some precious metal, and you found it and you see it's a bunch of it in this field, and you want to go get rid of everything you got so you can go and buy that field. And that's the same thing you should be doing for the kingdom of heaven. You should sell everything you got in this carnal world and bet it all on Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. There's a movie called Uncut Gems. It's Adam Sandler who's in this movie. He's Amalek in real life, and he's Amalek in the movie. And in his movie, he has this connection to these people that's over in Africa, and these Hamites in Africa. They out there, they mining. They find this extremely rare gem or jewel, whatever. And he's selling everything. He's selling, he's lying, he's cheating, he's doing whatever he can do to put all this of investment into this gem. And this gem is worth hundreds of millions of dollars in the movie, right? And he's able to eventually, well, I'm not going to spoil the movie, but if you've seen it, you've seen it. If you haven't, you haven't. It is what it is. But that's how we, on a righteous level, should be moving. You need to be laying everything to the side for the Lord and for this kingdom. I'm going to read on verse 45. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. And you know what? That's exactly what we need to be doing these last days. Again, the Lord said you need to buy the truth and sell it not. You understand? So most high willing you was edified, right? You want to get your closing precepts, King?
Come. And this is the book of Nahum, chapter 3, and I'm gonna start with verse 19. Nahum chapter 3, verse 19. It says, there is no healing of thy bruise, thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap their hands over thee, for upon whom have not thy wickedness passed continually. So the Lord said that there's no healing of the bruise of America. Hey, when we continue to go through these Watchmen Wednesdays, it's always on the fall of this kingdom, man. And when you understand all these things, the things we bring out, the precepts that we bring out, the manner that the Lord's talking in, we understand that we are truly in the end, and there's no going back. There's no turning back. There's no make America great again. There's no peaceable words that can be spoken unto America. The wound is grievous, and there's no healing of it, man. Roughly paraphrasing. There's no healing of it. There's no turning back. There's no way to heal what's going on with America. There's no damn package that Kamala Harris or Donald Trump can splurge out to get America back on its feet. It's over. The wound is grievous. And I'm going to read it one more time to not paraphrase it. There's no healing of thy bruise. Thy wound is grievous. So we understand that there's no healing to this, man. So we got to understand what to do in these days. We got to understand how to maneuver in the eyes of the Lord and not to maneuver in the ways of the world. Because when you maneuver in the ways of the world, in the ways of America, you truly believe that the wound can be healed. You truly believe that there's a way around this, man. Let's try to save America. No. We're on the Lord's timing, man. And we're on the Lord's plan, man. We want this place to go down. We don't want this place to be healed, man. It can't be healed. We want the Lord to destroy this place and put us in the kingdom. No matter how much hardships we got to go through, man. We wanted the kingdom to come to play, man. And we understand for it to come to play, we have to go through an economic fall, man. We're going to have to lose our money, man. We're going to have to not trust in gold, riches, our damn credit card, our debit card, and to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai in order to be delivered and to receive the kingdom of heaven. And we're all waiting for that day. And Lord willing, Yahweh Shem Yahushai willing, it comes to pass. But that's all I got, Cam.
All praise to the Most High. I got two, right? I want to get this first in Ecclesiastes, right? And again, of course, all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shem Mashakum like Yoshai, right? All praise to the Most High. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, and I want to get verse 6. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, and I'm going to start at 5. It says, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose. So there's a time and season for everything in the earth. There was a time to go and get money, right? That was a time for that. That was before you came into the knowledge of the truth. There was a time to damn worry about the ways of this world. That was only when you was in the world. But now that you're in this truth, you need to focus your attention on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So again, it says a time to get. Now was the time to get the understanding of the Most High. Now was the time to be reading more than you read before. Now was the time to be studying more than you studied before. Now was the time, the Lord willing, hop into more fast and make yourself ready for the 7th month, which is about to be on the scene very shortly, right? You got the Day of Atonement coming up, the Feast of Tabernacles. You have a righteous, high, holy month that's coming up soon on the earth. And how much more the time when Yahweh Shai is going to come soon on the earth, right? Reading on. It says a time to get and a time to lose. And now is the time to lose this world. Now is the time to forgo the ways of this world. Now is the time to come back to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua and stay locked in and stay on fire in these last days. Right? It's the last precept. This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 17. Because thou sayest, I am rich and increase with goods, and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked, I counsel thee to buy me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed. Right? Putting on a spiritual garment. Right? Putting on the wisdom and understanding of Yahweh by Shem Shai, so you won't walk naked in this earth, and walking naked meaning being caught in sin. We don't want to be caught in sin pursuing Revelation chapter 16 and verse 15 and Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. We want to be walking in the ways of Yahweh by Shem Shai. Right? Reading on, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thy eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see. Meaning what? Spiritually have the discernment to be able to understand, right, what's truth and what's falsehood in this earth. So Most High willing, again, you was edified. Of course, we want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem HaMashiach Malak Yahushai. This brother Gasadi from W5 Jersey, Philly.
Brother Yatazmak.
Khan. And with that, Lord Willie was edified. Kwame Yasharallah, keep watching these last days. Shalom.
Shalom.